Howdy. I've always found myself curious about technology, especially software, and these curiosities led me to QA and game development, where I spent over 5 years sharpening my eye for detail, sniffing those bugs out, within gaming, outside of gaming, making sure the software I'm responsible for is reliable. And then I started working on my own projects, and through this I got a pretty good appreciation for what the engineers on the receiving end of my bug tickets were going through, which brought me to software engineering myself. I'm really eager to leverage my structured QA foundations in software development, creative foundations in game development to build new, robust, reliable programs for any project, because no one likes buggy software. And to start with, I've been working on my own project called AlphaTest. It's a test case management tool created by QA for QA. It's created with JavaScript, Node.js, and MongoDB. I created this app to solve a problem. I wanted to work on software engineering, but didn't want to forget or lose my QA instincts in the process. And this way I can work on my own apps and test them at the same time. So let's take a look at some of the features. As you can see here, I have populated my project with some test data. I got started on this tech career path when I wanted to play a PC game called Portal, but I didn't have a computer strong enough to run it. And this led me to solving that problem, and by solving that problem I find myself here today. And so this is kind of inspired by that. So let's take a look at some of the features. As you can see here, I have populated my project with some test data. You can take a look here and we can see the details of one of the test cases that I created. It's got a description, an estimate, priority, critical. You can set your preconditions, the steps to reproduce, and the expected results. We have a rudimentary labeling system. You can also attach files. Let's see here, this is create a blue portal, and so we have an image of what a blue portal would look like for reference, and it's assigned to Shell, which is the user that I'm currently logged into as. And back to all test cases. You can see here that you also can filter these by newest, although it's filtered by newest by default. You can also filter them by status, which groups them together. This is something that I'm particularly proud of implementing. We can take a closer look here. This is the main JS, but I want to direct your attention to this filtering feature. And essentially it works by aggregating instead of sorting, because I ran into some issue with MongoDB where aggregating didn't give me the results that I wanted to. I believe the issue was more so that MongoDB was sorting them alphabetically, and that's not necessarily the result that I wanted. So I created a system where you create a new temporary field called status order, and then we use these cases here to assign a value, a number value, and then we sort it by that number value. So I set not started to be the most important, and then failed to be the least important. And then this kind of wild card here, 5, which if there are any other bugs present, then that case will fall to the bottom. And then you sort it. You can also sort by created. And so let's run one of these. I'm going to group these together. You can run it by editing it, and then switching the status to, switch this to in progress. You can see here that it's been updated. Let's do a blue, orange portal 2. That's what an orange portal looks like. And let's run this. I'd say that's a pass. Let's go back, switch it to past, and let's switch the create blue portal 1 2. And that's pretty much the flow. You could also set it to failed if you wanted to, or set it back to not started. You could assign it to some other folk if you wanted to. Which leads me to some of the things that I want to add to this, make it more of a complete project, a more robust searching system, different projects, so that the idea behind this being that I'm going to create my own projects and I want to test them, and so I'm going to want to be able to separate them somehow. Also want to create like an exporting system where you can export to Jira or GitHub. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to connect with me.